Yo, what is going on, you guys? This is Gaming with Sal and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I want to go ahead and talk a little bit more about the new specialist in Black Ops 4, Zero, and some of the things I actually like about her, but then the one thing that I actually have a huge problem with as well in regards to her. Now, before I go ahead and get into that, I just want to also go ahead and tell you guys that earlier today, I did upload some live gameplay of me playing with Zero. So if you guys haven't checked that out yet, or just want to go ahead and support the video, go check it out. I would really appreciate it. But anyways, some of the things I actually like about Zero is her specialist equipment, the Disruptor, or in this case, many people are calling it the EMP grenade. I actually think this is in a perfect position in terms of where it's at right now and how it performs, because all it does is that it disables enemy equipment, specialist equipment, as well as grounded score streaks. But remember, it doesn't destroy these items, it just disables them, which I feel like is perfect. Otherwise, it would be way too OP for an equipment. And another thing is that if the player goes ahead and throws this EMP grenade or the Disruptor at an enemy, all it will do is disable that enemy's HUD for maybe about like 5 seconds or so, meaning their minimap would be distorted, their specialist ability wouldn't be available for them to use, as well as their equipment, or maybe if they wanted to go ahead and regen their health, that won't work as well. So you have about 5 seconds to go ahead and attack the enemy after you hit them with this Disruptor. So that's another good thing to keep in mind. Now, I guess the only thing I would say that they should change about the Disruptor is the time it takes for the disabled score streak on the ground to be active once again. Now, as an example, let's go ahead and pretend that we threw our EMP grenade at an enemy Torx barricade, right? Well, from at least what I've played and seen, it feels like, and these aren't the real numbers by the way, so don't take my word for it, but whenever I throw my EMP grenade at an equipment such as the barricade, it feels like it takes about 20 to 30 seconds for that barricade to come back up and be active once again. Now, if I threw my Disruptor at a sentry turret as an example, well, I feel like that takes the same amount of time that it does for the barricade to be active once again, and I don't think that should be the case, because the difference between a specialist ability such as the barricade and a score streak like the sentry turret is that the sentry turret took skill to earn. You actually had to go out there and earn score and stay alive to be able to use the sentry turret, versus the barricade where you can literally just sit in a corner and not have to do anything and be able to earn this piece of equipment. And especially if you have something like the equipment charge on, you're going to get it much more faster than intended. So if anything, maybe specialist abilities or equipment should take longer to be coming back up after getting hit with a Disruptor versus something like grounded score streaks. But that's just my opinion, and I feel like that's one good change they could make to the Disruptor to make it even better than where it's at right now. Next up, let's go ahead and talk about her Ice Pick ability, or her main specialist ability called the Ice Pick, and this is where I sort of have a problem with. Now, even in this, let me go ahead and talk about what are some of the things I actually like, and that is to be able to hack specialist equipment. For example, let's go ahead and talk once again about the barricade. Suppose an enemy places their barricade down and you went ahead and pulled out your Ice Pick and started to hack the same barricade. If that enemy is in front of their own barricade, you will hack that barricade, make it yours, and take them out with their own equipment. How satisfying can that be? And I don't have a problem with this once again, because like I said, these specialist equipment or their main abilities don't require any skill to get. So therefore, if you hack their equipment, it's not really that much of a loss on their part, because they never had to really work hard to be able to earn it in the first place. However, this is where I have a problem, and it has to do with what else the Ice Pick can do, and that is to also hack enemy score streaks, or maybe even take over their score streaks. Now, the reason why I have a problem with this, and for some of you guys, this is already self-explanatory, like I said with the sentry turret, it takes skill to earn these score streaks, especially the higher tier ones like the strike team or the attack chopper or even the gunship in this game. And for somebody to be able to pull out their Ice Pick while sitting in their own spawn, possibly went like 2 and 45, pulls out this Ice Pick if they decided to use Zero, and can immediately take out your gunship or attack chopper or whatever the case might be within literally a matter of seconds. That should not be happening whatsoever. You're basically catering to the noobs on a whole different level at that point, and that's something that's really been making Call of Duty go downhill for such a long time. I mean, look at Call of Duty World War II and what happened with that game when it came to requisitions. Requisitions was a basic training or perk in that game that allowed you to keep your score towards the streaks that you're trying to go after, except the streaks will of course just cost a little bit more, if anything sometimes way more, depending on which streak you want to use. But even in that game, the highest streak, the ball turret gunner, was not that hard to earn in a game like Domination using requisitions. So in a way, the person who legitimately tried going after the ball turret gunner without dying once can also be matched up with someone who kept dying over and over again but was using requisitions and also is able to get that same streak, which means that the value and the importance of that streak and just the satisfaction of earning that streak, or any streak for that matter in World War II, completely went downhill. downhill. And the same thing is about to happen here in Black Ops 4 if they don't go ahead and fix this part of Zero's ability. Because imagine how frustrating it would be for you to go on this high kill streak only for somebody to pull out their little piece of equipment and take it out, or just completely take over it again. That would be so frustrating if that happened to me. As of right now, I did have fun using Zero, but that's only because no one really used Zero to hack my stuff yet. I'm pretty sure the moment they start doing that, I'm definitely going to be raging a lot. Now, I feel like the one thing they can do to fix this is by making this change that they did with the Black Hat back in Black Ops 3. So if you guys didn't know, back in Black Ops 3, there was a piece of equipment called the Black Hat that basically allowed you to hack enemy score streaks if you positioned it at a certain area of that score streak. And what happened was that back in the beta for Black Ops 3, the Black Hat was more than just overpowered. Somebody once called a mothership in, which is the highest score streak in that game, and I've seen this video for myself. They pulled out their Black Hat and legitimately hacked that mothership within, like I said, a matter of seconds, just like how Zero can do here in Black Ops 4. And they immediately went ahead and patched this when the game launched because of all the rage that the players were giving them, and now it takes much more longer to hack the higher end score streaks with the Black Hat, to the point where it's kind of very rare for that to happen. And I feel like that they need to do that here with Zero's ability whenever it comes to her hacking or taking over score streaks. If it's a lower end score streak like the UAV, alright, fine. Make it where they can hack that within a matter of a few seconds. Not a big deal. But if it's like the gunship, that should not take 5 seconds. It should take at least 20 to maybe like 25 seconds, okay? On top of that, whenever you use Zero's main ability, you show up on the enemy's minimap so they can know exactly where you are and come after you and stop you from hacking anything else, or maybe their own score streak. But at the same time, I feel like that's not enough. I feel like that when it comes to the higher end streaks, it should still be an increase in time of how long it takes to hack their score streak. Maybe not even 20 or 30 seconds, but at least 15 seconds. Come on, something higher than a couple of seconds. Because like I said, you guys, if I got a gunship and somebody took over because of using Zero, that's it. I don't know if I would even want to play anymore that same day at that point. Another thing they can go ahead and do is probably change the order in what you can hack. For example, the third thing that you can hack in this game are the HUDs of all of the enemies on the other team. So that's not that big of a problem, right? Which is why I didn't really talk about it here in this video. But what if instead you can hack the specialist equipment or just any equipment first, then hack the specialist's HUDs, and then go ahead and destroy or hack the score streaks of the enemies, while once again combining it with the other idea that I just mentioned, and that is to also make it a longer process to hack the higher end score streaks. I feel like that's the perfect solution without getting rid of the feature of hacking score streaks altogether, and I hope that this is something that Treyarch can actually go ahead and look into. But anyways, that's pretty much what I have a problem with when it comes to Zero, and some of the solutions that I mentioned in this video, I hope Treyarch goes ahead and listens to them, or listens to any sort of community feedback when it comes to Zero, because like I said, she seems fun now, but until you get hacked yourself, it's probably not going to be fun at all. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of this video and what I had to say about Zero, and let me know if you guys agree with my opinion or if you disagree with it. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon so you'll never miss an upload, and follow me on my social media accounts to stay connected. Links will always be in the description below, and I will go ahead and talk to you guys in the next one. So take care of yourselves, and bye.